Okay. So this is a Oculus Rift CD1 cable. It does the HDMI and the USB through that stupid connector. It's also got a little chip in here that they don't make anymore, so you can't just hardwire it straight into the headset. What happens is they bend, and the twisted pairs in here, so when they bend and twist, they come untwisted and you get little kinks everywhere, and then after a while they snap. This one's been taped up to try and mitigate the damage already, but I think it's time I try and solder them together. I know it's going to be a horrible job because there's all the HDMI wires in there, all the USB 3 wires in there. They're supposed to be shielded, twisted, so I don't know, they're going to be fucking tiny. So I'm going to probably lose about, maybe 6 inches off this cable. But apart from that, the rest of the cable's fine. I mean, usually they come and they're all full of lumps everywhere, but this cable's fine. So I thought I'd just record this whilst I'm trying to do it, see how the shit goes. Just fluxing up my iron. This tip's probably massive compared to what I actually need, but there you go. Just tin this off a bit. It's important to keep your iron in reasonable condition, because otherwise you're not going to fucking solder anything. This is like plumber's flux. It's like highly acidic. It doesn't matter for what I'm using it for right now. This is just for my tinning process. That's that tin. I can switch that off for now. I don't really do videos where I speak and narrate what's happening, so probably want to, if you're watching it, you probably want to just play some music or some shit. So I doubt you'll have much of a commentary. That's one layer of fucking tape. Oh yeah, I've got my portable kit here. I take this places when I need to do shit for others. But it has a lot of my stuff in it that I need, like solder. And it also has my little sharp things. You'd be surprised how often you need sharp things. Yeah, I can follow this tape round and then it just vanishes. I think it's here. It's much better to peel this old fucking tape off than it is for me to cut it off and possibly damage things even more. It just keeps going round and round and vanishes. And obviously it's fucking horribly sticky. I could just cut it now, here and here, and then hope for the best, but I don't. I've got no idea if the wires are all the same colour or if there's multiples of the same colour that I don't want to get mixed up. So I assume there's going to be multiples of the same colour. I don't want to beep them all fucking out one by one. Jesus, stuff's sticky. Let me just get a cloth. I just use nail polish remover for nearly everything, but it has to be acetone free. Because when all this stupid shit happened fucking years ago now, and they started using all the isopropyl alcohol for hand sanitizers, and you couldn't get it for fucking love nor money, so I just swapped to using acetone free nail polish remover. Should break down some of the sticky shit. I might be able to get some kind of grab on this now. No, it's still horrible. Well, I guess I'm going to have to try cutting it. I'm just feeling for high spots here too, because there's probably a wire there, so I don't want to cut that. Absolutely horrible shit. It's the weirdest fucking tape you've ever seen. It just falls off in one of these little fucking clumps. It's got string in it, but it doesn't fucking hold anything together. And 11 minutes in, I haven't even got the fucking tape off it. It keeps fucking clumping up. And my fucking fingers are sticky as fuck. Yeah. Because this is a common fault, and this is where all the fucking wires break. Oh my word. So sticky. I'm going to be really careful now, because I think there's one layer of this grey shit left, and it's just a whole bunch of fucking tiny little wires. This would be so much easier without the tape, because you strip the fucking non-taped bits fine, no worries at all. And this is more, I'm more scratching the tape now rather than cutting it, just to try and see see if I can get any kind of purchase. It's about just half a layer deep on the tape, and come up, because if I come up gently I can feel when the resistance changes. So tell me, well, it's probably a wire and I should scrape some more. I think there's a wire there. But I think I got enough of it off now to where I can pull it. There we go. Thank fuck for that. Right, let's have a look. And I've got there's pairs of purples, pairs of yellows. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't just chop that fucking through, because I wouldn't know which wire goes where. So slowly cut through the shielding. What the fuck's happened to my snips? I usually do all my soldering standing up in the kitchen. I think it's got better lighting and it's not so bad on my back. But there's no way I could stand in the kitchen fucking doing all this. So I figured if I'm going to be sat down, I might as well stick a camera on the bastard job so others can see what a pain in the fucking ass this is going to be. And the shielding. Jesus Christ, there's still tape on there. How much fucking tape is there? And that watch, I don't even know what this fucking little yellow thing's supposed to do. Look at that. There you go. Look at that. I haven't seen such a fucking... I've got fatter pubes than this. These fucking little bastards. I mean, they look massive there, but they're not fucking massive at all. Fucking ladies. Right. Let's try and compare them to the width of the blade. Fucking about as fat as the width of the blade. It's fucking stupid. So you can see all these fucking wobbly bits here, starting from here. It's all wobbly and fucking knobbles, and this one looks like a fucking sine wave or some shit. And it's just all this bit has to come out, all of it. Because I can't fucking go around testing which one of these has a break and which one doesn't. I mean, it's probably these thin fuckers, but then again, look at the state on this fucking purple one. I mean, so they're all going to have to come out and shorten it by quite a bit. This fucking, that's the annoying thing. There's purple pairs. Wait a minute. Oh, it's not bad. One is massively. Here we go. It's this one here. That one's the purple wire, actual wire, and then it's got this little fucking mate here, which is fucking tiny little thin thing. So I can't really mix them up, can I? I'm not going to fucking solder the fat bastard to a thin fucker. You have no idea of scale, and this fucking camera in this room is shite. Yeah, focusing on my fucking fingers and cheers, so cheers for that. Anyway, I'll just have to run through and check that all the coloured pairs are actually a fat wire and a thin wire, because that'll make my life a lot fucking simpler. There we go. So Oculus really should have fucking spent a few quid more. It actually would have been a lot more than a few quid more. It's the only way I can think of bypassing this is to have two discs with lots of pads on them. One with pads and one with tracks, and then they interlock together, and then it doesn't matter how they twist, the tracks and pads always contact. So that would, because that's the issue, they keep fucking twisting and untwisting here as you turn around, and you get that fucking mess. So I mean, I don't know how much that costs to fucking make. Probably a lot less for him to make it and manufacture it than the shit I'm going through now. So those are some, it's actual shielding wire. I'll probably connect that up. Don't have any on this side. Right, do the fucking actual checking now. Black. I'm just going to try and get all the fat ones. No, there's two fat green ones, look. That's not good, is it? That one is twisted pair. Yeah, that one twisted pair. This one's shielded. Why is that one shielded? Fucking brilliant. Purple and fat grey. Let's go around this way. The shield ones that come with them. And there's another shielded one here. Two shielded ones. Let's drop the thin ones into the fat bunch. Anyway, it's not going to be as bad as I thought, I don't think. I've got three shielded wires here. So, actually two. I've got 5 shielded. Tape those together. Shielded. And this might seem like an unnecessary step, but I think it's fucking necessary. What I'm doing now is I'm just taping. I'm going to do them in little sections. The stripping, because they're all going to get cut in the middle in a minute, because I need to get the shrink tube on, and you can't do that unless you cut it. So I'm going to cut this bunch here. Well, these are all the ones I call shielded, because they're metallic. They got like grounding foil inside them. Right, so those ones all go there. These ones are all the fat ones. I do have 2 green ones, but that's okay because this green one's twisted pair with the white one, so I can't confuse it with this green one. So I'm going to tape those together. And this is kind of annoying because I could probably beep this out and find which one's actually broken, but I could never be sure that another one doesn't have an intermittent break. And then I'll fucking solder up, put it back on, put all the fucking heat shrink on, test it out, and oh no, it's fucked. So you gotta just get rid of all of them, all the potential issues. And then these ones are the thin ones. So separated them into 3 groups. There's no more twisted. There's going to be one twisted pair in all of them. They all should all be twisted together, but fuck it. There's no way I can be doing that. So I'm taping them roughly where these ones are too thin to just snap the wire. I'm taping them roughly where I'm going to cut them. Let's see, these ones are a little bit kinked there as well, so I don't know. I think they're fine there. Take that up. This is the point of no return, and I've got to think how I'm going to cover these up after I've soldered them, because there's going to have I've been trying to show how thin they are. It's almost impossible, but that'll easily disappear underneath my fingernail. So I've got to think about this now. There's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5. Okay, so there's 5. There's 5 pairs. Okay. Well, there's 3 sets of 5. But if because every time I tape one of these up, because I don't think I got a shrink tube small enough for that shit. I mean, no. The smallest, thinnest shrink tube I've got would still be like a drain pipe. Because every time I put a little bit of tape on one of those to cover it up, it's going to exponentially bulk out the cable until you've got a big fucking lump of shit. Do I have any solder mask? I should have solder mask somewhere. Look at my bag of shit. A little pin handy. No. No solder mask. Shitloads of flux though. Okay. Oh, it's a pain in the ass. Fuck it. Here we go. The one of these little fucking arrow bastards has to be broken though, haven't they? I mean, out of all of them, you'd expect these little narrow fuckers, because I prefer to not have to break these and tape them up. I'll tell you what I'll do. Fucking, where's my hook it up and see if I can't find which wire or plural of wires is actually fucked. I mean, that means I won't be able to get a shrink tube on them unless come here, you fat bastard. No, I could get that on. I'll get a couple of those on. Yeah, this could work. Hey, I'm trying to make my job easier now. I'm trying to make it so I only have like 2 or 3 wires to solder. So if I only have to do a handful, and I can verify, and none of the others have, by wiggling them individually, should be fine. Surprised I had heat shrinks that fit over there. Maybe. Maybe that. And these fuckers is HDMI. What a piece of shit. Oh, I hate HDMI. Oh, fit the fucker. I detected something, that's good. I get away with not having drivers. I doubt it though, it's fucking Facebook, isn't it? Anyway, 42 fucking minutes and I'm going anyway, yeah. Right, where's my USB shit? Oh, Jesus Christ, I just fucking remembered you can't install the Oculus drivers. So offline they haven't done a standalone. Oh, Jesus. How the fuck am I going to get this piece of shit onto the network? Oh, right. So that was over a fucking hour just to install this fucking dog shit Oculus Rift software. I stopped the previous recording because that was over an hour long just trying to get this fucking shitty tape off the cable. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to tape these down like this so I can individually wobble wires to find out which one or multiple broken. Right, fucking piece. Fucking shit. Right. Ugh. Right. Everything's going to be slow because I've only just fucking rebooted. And obviously Windows decided to do fucking updates. So it's put Skype and all kinds of bollocks I don't want on the system. Because obviously that's what Microsoft does. Don't know what's going on at the moment. Everything seems frozen. The camera's frozen. Let's just disable this device for a second. Reactivate that. Reactivate it. That worked. Right, let's see. Got this heatsink. Greasy as fuck. I'm gonna clean it off. Hopefully. And if that's not visible, then the USB ports are off. Fuck's sakes. Why would the fucking USB ports just switch off like that? Okay, it's fine. Right, they're on. So, provided this stays open, just going to stick it in the corner here. And I know that the USB ports are off. Tape all that down. Go. Need to be able to see down the lenses. This way I can look at the monitor and see if these fucking stupid things come on. Right now it's getting power, but only power, so I mean these ones, as far as I'm concerned, are probably fine. So tape them away. Isolate them fuckers. Now to do with a piece of paper. This will do. I'm using this piece of paper just to put on here. And the only reason I'm doing the paper is so the adhesive doesn't go stuck to the sensor. Right, so now I think I've got my head in it constantly. be surprised if there was any of these, because these are shielded, which means there's metal inside. Let's see if it's seen the device. So it's not connected. It's definitely connected. You should see it on the stuck to the USB, shouldn't it? The HDMI. And that says USB port device failed. Couldn't reset it. Right, let's try USB port 2 ports, because obviously it's fucking up my USB 3. So that's actually fucking done that. Right, fuck the pair device shite. And it's gone again. Why is it not connected now? What do you mean? Oh, it's definitely one of these then, isn't it? Pretty sure these are HDMI here. Yeah. So I need to see all this says as well. And it's properly fucking it. Better check the HDMI cables actually. Oh, it is. Yeah. Okay. Let's check these cables then. It's too big. Make that smaller. This info. Also need that info. Yeah. Okay. Doesn't really show. Doesn't show it's connected. It is. It's not. Oh yeah, it is connected to USB 3 now. Right, well, you can try and set up if you want. Right, it's gonna fail. I'm trying to avoid having to cut all of these and individually tape them up. That might be what I have to do. Okay, pretty sure I need this set all repaired. Just 10 wires. if ain't gonna be something stupid as one of these fucking fat ones are fucked up with it. This big purple one feels weird, it's got a kink in it. And the only, anyway, what's this doing here? I shouldn't be in this bunch. Yeah, the only ones I'm confident about are the twisted green and white. Those I'm confident about. And the red and black, you'd expect this power is getting power, so provided Facebook aren't a bunch of dicks, which they are, I think they're fine. I wonder if there's a pin out. Let's check for a pin out. I'm on my phone tethered, so internet's going to be really slow. This, separate that one out because that's one of the shielded ones. And I can go live in that bunch there. Tape these ones up. Pretty sure they're fine. I'd be surprised if the little ones are also fine. But just eliminate them for now. I don't understand why there's so many of the fucking things opposite. 1, 2. I suppose they could all be USB data. It's USB-C. Take those up. Concentrate on these. Something like that through. That's connected. I think this little fellow here looks a bit suspicious. Let's separate him for a second. And then I should really disconnect this from GPU and USB wants to do that. I don't know how fucking surgeons can do shit. Because and this is fucking bad enough, that I reckon. Just trying to deal with tiny little fucking wires like this, but I mean, if it fucks up, so what? It's just wires, isn't it? It's just a product. We've got fucking surgeons doing this shit with humans. It must be fucking nerve-wracking. Turn my heat gun on. And the main issue is it's shielded, so you can't really melt shielding. If it was unshielded, I could just heat it up and the casing would just retract by itself. As it is, I gotta try and find somewhere and get a purchase to unwrap it. Right, that one there. I think that was red. I think. Oh, that's saved me some work, I suppose. Okay. I'll find out what colour that was. Possibly orange. I think this one here was white. Grab those. I should be able to roll the sheath down. Haven't moved. Tweezer's gone. Oh, I don't want to do, not fancy doing this to all of them. And this one is off. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a shielding wire. Just need to fish that out. I'll do that. Off you come. Right, so that leaves us with orange and white. So there we go. Orange, white and a shielding wire. So that's not terrible. Twisted pair. Orange and white. Separate them. Up there. Those are the things. They look massive on the fucking camera. I don't know what the fuck I could put up for scale. White and orange. Those are the only two I care about. This, I mean, there's 3 wires in the bunch. There's the white one, orange one, and then this little fucking silver bastard. The little silver bastard is just for shielding, grounding it, and that could stay separated. You'll see later. But I'm going to end up soldering these together, leaving that separate, And then when it comes to putting them back together, I'll probably wrap some foil around it or something. So now I know that, it's a matter of do this. But now I've seen them, I know how delicate to do or don't have to be with it. First things I'm doing here, I'm using my nails, pinching them together. That's why I don't have long nails, because you can really pinch down and then strip shitty plastic off. You can't do that with long nails. And then you should be able to see the blue foil now, because the outer plastic is getting stripped away little by little. Those two are separated anyway. I don't have enough there to work with, and I think this white one's broken there. It had, look. Oh, I might be fucking lucky and this might be the one, because there's definitely there's nothing in the centre there of this one. It's fine on this side, but there's no... Right, okay. It'd be nice if it was just these two. I'm just using the side of this now to strip the plastic part off, like I was doing with my nails earlier, and I should be able to separate those two now. Find the end bit, just unwrap it. I don't think this is enamel coated copper. I mean, it might say enamel coated fucking on that, but I've got no idea what the fuck it is, and I don't know if I trust it. I think I've only got an analog multimeter handy, so I can't really test that, not with an analog one. Check with a lighter. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, a piece of shit. I think it's aluminium. Just cutting them roughly to size. Now usually I'd say never cut your things to size before you use them. Just like tack that on there, run it there, tack it on there, then cut it. But this is an exception, and this one's going to be longer because I'm going to try and do the grounding as well, but I don't think there's much point to that. Turn that temperature fucking down again. Let's put it 190. This is where three hands would be nice. do have some helping hands somewhere, but fuck knows where. I swear this is fucking aluminium. I don't know, it might not be. I just had to scrape the enamel off it. I wouldn't say that's tamed, but the enamel's definitely off. Maybe that stuff wasn't light free after all. The thermostats on my shit's off. Trick is you need to heat the wire up because that's what you want the solder to stick to. The thing's so fucking skinny, can't really see it to do that. Let's got some on it. Let's got some. Yeah, it's just sticking much better to the actual wire. Not the grounding one though, because that probably is aluminium. Yeah, that stuff is copper. Just it's much easier to tin up compared to this shit, which I swear fucking it's aluminium, I swear. Trying to scrape some shit off it. I'm pretty sure it's just copper coloured aluminium. Yeah, because yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but it's fucking just silver underneath. What am I going to do first? White. Gotta remember that I did white first. Now I'm connected to white on the other side. Oh, it's a good idea not to whistle on things you're soldering as well. So this is why I'd usually recommend not trimming the fuckers down first. Position this how I need it now is going to be a pain in my ass. Whereas if I had more to work with, I wouldn't solder it onto the end. say. But yeah, it's been soldered there and soldered here. I really need to get something for scale. And these tweezers are quite small. And that's where my solder join is. Squeeze these fucking bits together. So they're going to have to come off later. Going to add a little bit of tape. I'm quietly confident that this bit here is enamel coated because I couldn't get fucking solder onto it before I scraped it off. But the bit I've just soldered is definitely conductive. I'm not convinced I took enough enamel off that side. Right, here we go. Wow. Hey, every time my arm goes over here, what I'm doing is I'm just fucking cleaning off the solder. This is just a bit of wet kitchen towel, and every now and then I scrape it all off in this shit, which is just like stainless steel wool, because you gotta keep the shit pretty fucking clean, otherwise it ain't gonna work, and it'll fuck your soldering iron up. Well, the tip anyway. This is fucking awkward now. Oh, I need it nicer than that. Go. Right. Thin little fucking wires like that seem intimidating, but they're just fucking wires and it's just soldering, so it's not that terrible. Still got this grounding one to do, but I want to test these now. See if that did it. I doubt it, because for me to find the dodgy one straight away first go, not very common. There we go. USB in. Put that in. And I'll take that off. I can't see if it's plugged in, but yes. USB, fucking unbelievable. Ah, bollocks to it. There's no way of fucking, it was just that, is there? Skip the setup, bitch. There's no way it was just that. I mean, I'll have to plug in one of my sensors at least, won't I? Doesn't need two. I think it's fixed because we now have HDMI and USB 3. So what I'll do is I'll tape these up, but I won't bind it all up first. I'll take this over to my main system, plug it in there, because that's got all the sensors connected. It's going to be less. Oh, did that just come on? It did come on. Okay, so there's still something somewhere, isn't there? So if that came on. Right, we can confirm there was an issue with this one, and that one's fixed. But there's an issue somewhere else as well, isn't there? Where would that